Hey guys, my name is Keeley and you're watching Disney Channel. Just kidding, that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool. Anyway, welcome to another video. Thank you for watching my channel and this video. As you can tell by the title, I am not very good at sticking to my book buying ban. But to be fair, 3 of these books were gifted to me, and 2 of them I technically bought before I was officially on the book buying ban. So, let's get on into it. First of all, I want to show you this shirt. It says Utah Rocks. I just got back from a road trip with my family, and we live in Texas, and we went to New Mexico, then Arizona, then Utah, then Colorado, then back to New Mexico, and then now I'm back in Texas. So most of these I actually got on my vacation, so they were really unexpected, and I did not expect to get any books on vacation, but I got quite a few, you know? So it was a ton of fun, and I also got some really cool bookmarks that I want to show you at the end of this video, so stay tuned. Okay, these first 2 books I'm going to show you I bought before I was officially on the book buying ban, and I already read one of them, and it was great. So the first one is Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson, and this book, oh my gosh, I read this while I was on vacation, so it gave me all sorts of feels because I was like on a road trip and reading about a road trip, and the only thing missing was my very own Roger. And this book was amazing, and basically it's about this girl who loses her father in a car accident, so her mother decides to move across the country, and the daughter moves about a month later, but she doesn't want to drive because she's afraid because of the accident. So her mom asks one of her friend's sons to drive Amy across the country, and she has this whole itinerary planned out of where they need to be and to make it to Connecticut in 4 days. They live in California, but she's moving to Connecticut. And they decide to go on this detour and have this really fun road trip, and they're gone a little bit more than 4 days, and it's just really fun. There's romance and it's so cute, and you should definitely read it if you haven't. The next book I have is The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith. And I think this book is basically about a girl who gets stuck at an airport and makes eye contact with this really cute guy, and they end up having this love story or something, and they end up being on the same flight, something along those lines. I just know that it's kind of like my life goal. Like, I flew a month ago, and this was what I wanted to happen to me. I haven't read it yet, but I'm really excited because I'm also going to meet her in September. Yeah, September. So I'm really excited to get to this, and it's really short, so it should be a great read. The next book I have, I got it when we stayed in Phoenix, Arizona at my mom's best friend's house, and her best friend's mom decided to bring me into her room and was like, pick whatever book you want. I ended up getting 2 books off her bookshelf, and the first book I got off her bookshelf was Mary, Mary Ghost by Caroline Hart. I had never heard of this, but I read the synopsis on the back and it sounded really good. Basically, it's about this lady who figures out she has a grandson. She didn't know that before, but I'm not really sure. She discovers she has a grandson, so she changes her will to give all of her money to this grandson. And as you can imagine, that makes some of her family members very jealous and angry, so one day they find her murdered, and they have to figure out who killed her because obviously everyone in the family has a motive. So it sounds like a really interesting mystery, and although it is Christmassy, I might read it before Christmas. I'm not sure. We will see, and I will let you know what I think. The next book I picked up off her bookshelf was Sundays at Tiffanys by James Patterson, and I picked this book up because the synopsis sounded really interesting, and I have read James Patterson's books before, and I have loved the ones that I've read, so I picked it up. And this book is about, at the beginning, this little girl is growing up, and she has an imaginary friend named Michael. And a few years later, she's like a playwright, I think, don't quote me on that, but something like that, and she meets this man, and his name is Michael. And so basically, the little sentence right here says, what if your imaginary friend from childhood was your one true love? So that sounds really interesting, so I'm really excited to get to this one as well. Okay, this next book, my mom's best friend actually has a friend that wrote a book, and it's a YA book, and I checked it out on Goodreads, and it had good ratings and stuff, and it's actually a series, and the first book is called Cinderellas Dress by Shauna Slayton. And it is about this girl during World War II, and she finds out that she is the owner of Cinderella's real dress. And that's all I really know about it. I know that her life gets complicated after she has this dress in her possession, but it sounds really interesting, and it's a really cool take on like the Cinderella fairy tale, because I love Cinderella, so I'm really excited to get to this. So on my vacation, we went to 7 different national parks in 7 days, so it was really cool, and I had been seeing these books at every national park gift shop that I went to, and when we were at Mesa Verde, I'll insert pictures of Mesa Verde. Mesa Verde is basically some ancestral Pueblo Indians or something made these cities and houses. They're cliff dwellings, and it's really interesting, so I decided to pick up this book, and this is Cliffhanger, A Mystery in Mesa Verde National Park, and it is by Gloria Sherzinski and Elaine Ferguson, and I have no idea what this is about. It is obviously a children's book. It is very, very tiny, but I just thought it would be fun to pick up a little mystery book in the national park, and it's written about the national park, so it was cool that I got to visit it, and I'm going to get to read about this fictional story. And it looks like a book that I would have really, really, really enjoyed when I was little. It actually reminds me of Goosebumps a little bit, so that's cool. This next book is actually a really funny story, and it's called Tombstones Most Haunted by Joshua Hawley. And this is about Tombstone, Arizona. It's an old western town, and it was so, so, so neat. I loved that place so much. And basically, let me just tell you about how I came to buy this book. So I'm looking at the book, you know, just looking, and I'm really interested in like haunted ghost stories and stuff, and the cashier is right next to me, and I go up to him and I go, "Have you ever seen a ghost here?" "Well, I wrote a book." "Wait, is this you?" "Yep." So basically I picked up this book, and the cashier was actually the author, so he signed it to me, and it says, "To Keeley, Joshua Hawley, happy hauntings." And I think it's so cool. It was just such a coincidence that I was buying this book, and I was just joking around with the cashier. "Have you seen a ghost here?" "Well, I wrote a book." So, I mean, that's pretty neat. These next 2 books I am so excited for, like super excited. When we stayed in Phoenix, Arizona with my mom's best friend, I really wanted to go to a Barnes & Noble because I don't live near a Barnes & Noble. So I wanted to go, and I decided to pick up 2 books while I was there, and I'm so excited. The first book I picked up was Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie, not really sure, but I'm not going to explain what this book is about because Peter Pan is one of those stories that everyone knows about, but not a lot of people have read, I don't think, and I'm really excited to read it because I've never read it. And can we just talk about how beautiful this edition is? Look at that. I don't know if that's in focus, but look at it. And then on the back it says, "All children except one grow up," and it's in the shape of his head, and then the edges are all silver, and it comes with a little silver bookmark thing, and I'm not done. The end pages are maps, and they're beautiful. And one more thing to show you in this book. There are illustrations throughout the book, and they're really, really neat, and they're just so beautifully done. And I'm so excited to get to this, like super, super excited, because I've never read it, but I love the story of Peter Pan, so I'm so excited. And the last book I purchased was The Moon and More by Sarah Dessen, and I have no idea what this book is about, but Sarah Dessen is an author for me. I will buy anything she writes. I love her stories all the time, and I'm so, so excited to get to this. Okay, so that's all the books that I have for this haul, but I have 3 really neat bookmarks to show you. At least I think they're neat, so here we go. So the first bookmark I bought was from Zion National Park, and basically it is just the scenery at Zion and some of the cliffs, and then it has the name of the park across it, and on the back it has some information about it, and I just thought it was a neat little memory that I can stick in my books and look at every day. And the next bookmark I got is from Arches National Park, and Arches is one of my favorite national parks, and on the back it just has the famous arch at Arches, and it is a magnetic bookmark, and I just had to get it because I love Arches so much. And this next bookmark is my favorite bookmark of all time, and it is a little book rug. That is what the package said, book rug, and it is just so adorable. I got it at Mesa Verde National Park, and this is just the cutest thing, and it actually has a website on the back, and it says bookrug.com, so if you are interested in getting one of these cute little book rugs, you can go on that website and check it out. I haven't been on there, but obviously it's great. So, and that is it for my book buying ban haul. Yeah, that's kind of an oxymoron, but whatever. Let's try to do a thumbnail.
Yay! I don't know if you can see all those, so we're just gonna do different things. Alright, hopefully that's
good. Hopefully that's good. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye!